Welcome back to Review TV channel, the podcast where we flip the history, book upside down, shake out all the dust and find the real stories they didn't bother to teach us. Today's episode, this one is juicy. We're diving into Africa before colonizers showed up with their maps, drawing straight lines like they were playing Snake on a Nokia 3310. Africa was not empty, not wild, not waiting to be discovered. It was popping. Empires, gold, pyramids, trade routes, scholars, stone cities, queens ruling like CEOs. So get ready, because we're about to show the world why Africa is the motherland. This is podcast episode 1. Forgotten Kingdoms, Africa's Empires Before Colonization, one of Review TV's originals. Let's start with a kingdom so iconic, so powerful, it literally conquered Egypt. Yes, the same Egypt people love to argue about on the internet at 3 a.m. I'm talking about Kush, in modern-day Sudan, home of the Black Pharaohs. Yep, pharaohs, black, plural. And while Egypt was building pyramids, Kush said, "Nice triangles, bet we can make more." And they did. Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt. Let that sink in. These folks ruled the Nile Valley, traded gold, ivory and iron, and built cities like Napata and Meroe, basically ancient industrial hubs. But here's where Kush hits legendary status. They ruled Egypt as the 25th dynasty. Imagine showing up to your neighbor's house, taking their throne, and then decorating it because your interior taste is superior. Next stop, Aksum, Ethiopia, Eritrea. And listen, if Kush was Africa flexing its muscles, Aksum was Africa flexing its brain. These guys, 1, they ran international trade. 2, built 100-foot granite stele with no cranes. 3, created their own written scripts. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. GEEZ. Minted coins, gold, silver, bronze, got a shout out from ancient Greek and Roman writers. Aksum was basically the Dubai of the ancient world before Dubai was Dubai. They connected Africa to Rome, Arabia, India, Persia, real global network, no Wi-Fi, but trade was booming. One historian literally said, Aksum was one of the 4 great powers of its time, alongside Rome, Persia, and China. Tell that to your history teacher. Now, let's head to Southern Africa, where we find Great Zimbabwe, the city that made colonizers' brains malfunction. Why? Because when Europeans first saw those massive stone walls, perfectly built without mortar, reaching 30 feet high, they said, Africans couldn't have built this. And Africa collectively said, excuse me? Of course Africans built it. The Shona people, engineers, architects, city planners created a whole stone metropolis. Great Zimbabwe was a major gold trade hub, connected all the way to China. Archaeologists literally found Chinese pottery, Persian artifacts, and Arab beads there. TikTok didn't invent going global, Zimbabwe did. Before the Mali Empire rose to fame, West Africa already had ancient powerhouses like Gao, a major city along the Niger River. These people traded gold, copper, salt, fish, and built a city that travelers said was wealthy beyond measures. Then you've got Kanem-Bornu around Lake Chad, a kingdom so long-lasting it survived from the 700s all the way into the 1800s. Stronger than some people's careers. They built armies, trade networks, and diplomatic ties across Africa and the Middle East. They had structure, order, governance, long before Europeans. Africa wasn't waiting for anyone to discover it. Africa was civilization. Africa was innovation. Africa was global. Before colonizers, before Gentiles, before borders, before the textbooks were rewritten, Africa was already shining. So share this episode. Let the world know Africa is the motherland. Africa was here first. And on Review TV with Nadia, we're bringing those stories back.